Look at that green and white showing up strong from Ypsilanti, Michigan as we return to the Mid-America Conference Football Media Day here at Ford Field in downtown Detroit. And we welcome you back. Great to have you along. Hope you are enjoying as we give you all the whys and wherefores about every MAC football team going into this 25 season. Michael Reggie, Dustin Fox, and that very handsome man down to our left. Tell me it's not your 12th year as the head football coach of Eastern Michigan's Eagles.
It's gone by fast, but it is. It's your 12th.
It's crazy, Chris.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And you talk about, it would take the whole time we have to list all the successes in the previous 11 years. But, Dustin, that's the only head football coach that we have in the MAC that's beaten all of the other programs.
That's a nugget.
How about that?
That's a nugget right there, man.
That's a good one?
Yeah, look at you.
We'll put it on our telecast. But, no, you've built your program. You've succeeded after losing many quality players, and you've had to kind of reload and put things back together. As you go into 2025, what category do you feel the climate is in for your Eagles to maintain success?
Yeah, I'm honestly super excited about this year's team. Look at it a little bit differently. We'll have 50 new players, and that includes a freshman class, though, as well. And so it's all about, building a team, bringing it together, because it's still playing football, right? With all this, all the new people, you still got to be together, and you still are playing the game of football, and you got to do it together. And so we're about to embark on, our camp, right, where we're going to really, really get good at playing Eastern Michigan football with guys who now know each other and care about each other and are a good fit. So, you said the climate. I mean, there's a high expectation. We're certainly hungry. Always have been and always will be.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we're excited.
Well, when we look at the quarterback position for you guys, I see there could be a three-way battle going into camp. Obviously, Noah Kim transfers in. He's got starting experience in the Big Ten. How's that battle heading into camp?
Yeah, it's we couldn't be happier about it, to be honest with you. And it is a battle. However, the guys aren't fighting against each other, right? You know what I mean? It's one of those deals.
Make it sound like it's like these guys hate each other or something.
Right?
But
Yeah. Yeah, it's not that at all. They help each other. But we've not named a starter. Both Noah Kim and Cam Edge joined us in January. And, we kind of go through this process. When you come back from the second semester for the summer, you're not new anymore. You know what I mean? We kind of anoint you like you're no longer new. Mm-hmm. And so those guys aren't new. It doesn't feel that way. And then Jeremiah Salem's been with us all the way through and is certainly throwing his hat in the ring. So we feel good about it. And, we're going to continue to get better through camp.
Yeah. Getting better through camp, that's a thing that, obviously with everything you got to deal with as a head coach when – you got your players that, maybe leave campus for a couple of months and to whatever their summers might entail. Have you changed, Chris, down through the years in how you deal with that as you start the preparation for when you do get them all back together and starting the football season in earnest?
Yeah, so, I'm a small college coach and played small college football, and so we called that day in August when you came back reunion day because everybody would go home for the summer. The guys don't really get to go home. We give them a long 2.5, 3 weeks after the semester, but then they've been back and had a week, end of June, beginning of 4th of July. So it's now reporting day, right? We'll have our final summer workout tomorrow morning. We're going to do it at Warren Dunes State Park at 6:30 on the beach and in the water. And then, Tuesday, they're checking in, and Wednesday we're rolling.
When does the Pikes Peak climb go? When does that happen?
It's happened.
Oh, it's already done?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Those two studs, if you're going to talk to them later, man, just went up to 14,115 feet.
What?
And crushed it. Yeah, crushed it. The guys did so good, I may have struggled a little bit more than normal because they were going so fast. But it was a great trip. Yeah, it was a great trip.
Let me ask you a philosophical question because you just said it. You're a small school guy. You came to EMU you were at Drake. I mean, you built programs from the ground up, and that's what you've done at EMU in Ypsilanti. Now that college football has changed, does your philosophy have to change with how you want to build? Because you don't necessarily get a kid for 4 or 5 years. I mean, you may have him for 6 months, 8 months, 2 years. You don't know how long you're going to have the kid. So, like, in terms of building that culture, I think it's got to have changed significantly, right?
Yeah, so
you're speed dating these kids, man.
Hey, the rules have changed and the climate has changed, but then I will also say some things ain't ever going to change, right? And so it's finding that sweet spot, right? Like I was saying earlier, you still have to be a team to play football at a high level, right? So, taking care of me and me and me and me, well, that's not going to work. You're not going to play good football, right? So I got something out of this year's convention. It's a great question. So it's a quote, Billy Graham. It's up in our staff room, right? And he says this, that a coach will impact more lives in a year than an average person will in a lifetime, okay? And I've heard him, I've had that quote forever. This January, when I'm, sometimes a little bit distraught in the fact that I don't have guys for 4 or 5 years anymore, it said, a coach in a year. And it's the first time that ever spoke to me. It didn't say 4 or 5 years. It said in a year. So if we only have them, for a shorter time than that, then we still have a chance to make an impact and help them become, the men and the football players that, they were created to be.
Well said,
Love
Chris Creighton. Listen, we greatly appreciate your time, and nothing but tremendous success, continued success for you and the Eastern Michigan Eagles as you go into 2025. We look getting to Rynearson and Ypsilanti and seeing you, or if that turns out to be on the road, we always enjoy watching you in your program, Chris. Thank you.
Appreciate that a lot.
Yep. Chris Creighton, the head football coach, and I still can't believe it's a dozen years, but be that as it may, the head football coach of the Eastern Michigan Eagles. All right, let's take a look at what Coach Creighton and his football team have in store. They open up at Texas State before they get back home to open up at home against Long Island University, but also have to go to Kentucky. And then you see the MAC games, and it starts with trips to one of their natural Michigan rivals, Central Michigan, and then going to Buffalo and continuing on through the Mid-American Conference schedule, which, again, I mean, in some spots, Dustin, this is a veteran program, and speaking of even though he's got that baby face, right? Got a baby face, but not in terms of his activity along the line for head coach Chris Creighton. Why don't you go ahead and
it's a baby that would manhandle you. I promise you that.
I know that. I don't want no part of a guy like that. None. No. Yeah. So,
you don't want to tangle with this young man?
No, I don't want to tangle with him at all.
Well,
never even thought about it.
Mickey, let's talk about this season, this year, and where you guys are at as a program, because obviously Chris, 12 years Coach Creighton has been at Eastern Michigan, which is incredible, and he's turned Eastern Michigan into a program that people now don't necessarily want to play.
Mickey, it's your 4th year in the program?
Sixth year.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right.
He's been here
since 6
half
year
of
thing.
Creighton's tenure.
After Creighton, yeah. How's he changed, or how has he changed in terms of what his feeling is to help make you and your teammates successful, or has he changed? Is he still pretty much the same guy that you came in with 6 years ago?
I mean, I would say he's pretty much the same guy. He brings the fire every day. He hasn't let off of that. I think he comes in. He still loves football as much as he did 6 years ago when I first got here. So,
yeah.
I mean, I think he's maybe even taking it to another level, to the point where, like, he wants to win so bad that he makes it known to the players.
It's great to hear.
Yeah, I mean,
who wouldn't want a head coach like that?
Yeah, I'm a Creighton fan. I think he does a tremendous job. I like the way he goes about his business with you guys, and seeing young people like you and some of the other players that have come along and played for Coach. He does a nice job. So he's a coach I'd send my kid to play for. That's for sure.
Well, There's no doubt about that. So overall, 6-year guy, veteran guy, when you look around the room, how do you feel about the composition of this 2025 Eastern Michigan squad, and could championship hopes be realistic?
I mean, that's always the hopes, championship. But, I mean, from an offensive line and, running back standpoint, I would say our running back room is the best running back room since I've been here. I think we have a lot of different people that do a lot of different things in the running back room that I think can do a lot of great things for the season. And as an O-line, I think we got a lot of guys who have experience on the field, so I think that'll be really good for us once we get going. And then quarterback, receiver-wise, I think receivers are very solid. I think we can be – we got Terry who's coming back, who's the star of the receiver room right now, so I think he's going to do great things, and I think other guys are going to step up in their receiver room. And then quarterback, whoever performs better in camp and takes the starting job, I think we're going to have a really good offense.
Real quick before we turn you loose, you played 4 spots along the O-line. Do you have an idea where you're going to be, or you could be bouncing around from week to week for Coach Creighton?
Yeah, so right now I don't know. It could be center, could be guard, but I've played every position.
You have
pretty much. So
that's versatility.
A man for all positions along the O-line.
You want to be versatile. There's no doubt about that.
No question about it. Mickey, we appreciate your time, buddy.
Thank you.
Always look forward to coming to the factory.
Yeah.
And seeing you and your Eagle teammates.
Thank you.
Have a great 2025 season, buddy.
Thank you.
Mickey Revelitsky, one of the top offensive linemen in the Mid-America.